John 14:26. And he says, still Jesus speaking, but the Helper, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he will teach you all things and bring to your remembrance all things that I said to you. Okay, so if you're seeking to give a word or you're receiving a word from someone, it should remind you of something that Jesus has already said to you. I personally believe that if you get a word from someone, it should only confirm or affirm that which you've already heard from God. Like, in other words, I don't think God's telling people to tell you things that he hasn't already spoken with you about. You know, he's very personal. He's very intimate, very intimately connected with you. And he wants to have a dialogue with you, you know. He wants to communicate with you. And this is the ministry of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit will bring all things to remembrance that Jesus has said to you. Now, that's obviously in his word, in the written word, but the written word becomes the living word, or the logos, that is in our hearts and in our minds and in our mouths, that we are to speak out, that illuminates the logic of God. This is what the Holy Spirit's going to do. So, point being, you know, if somebody comes to you to give you a word and it's just completely random, maybe you're in an environment where there's a heavy emphasis on the gift of prophecy. You know, they may even call it a prophetic culture. And, you know, we are to pursue the gift of prophecy. But I like what Paul says also in 1 Corinthians 14. He says, you know, talking about tongues and talking about prophecy, I'd rather speak where people can understand. And I think that applies to prophecy as well.